Let me ask you something. Have you ever gone shopping with champagne taste and a root beer budget? Or tried to sell something you love only to find out no one else values it quite the same? Welcome to the roller coaster ride that is Sacramento real estate, where buyers are dreaming of that perfect HGTV style home for under $400,000 and sellers think their cat scratched carpet is charming character. Look, I've seen it all, and today we're diving deep into a topic that every buyer and seller needs to hear: unrealistic expectations. Whether you're hoping to score a mansion on a starter home budget or expecting 5 competing offers on a home that hasn't been updated since dial up internet was a thing, it's time we have an honest conversation. Because setting realistic expectations, that's where smart decisions and smooth transactions begin. So let's get into it. All right, let's talk buyers. Now, this one's close to my heart because I see it every day. The dream is alive and well, and honestly, I love it. But here's the truth. If your budget is rooted in 2013 and your wish list is inspired by Selling Sunset, we might need to have a little come to Jesus. Many buyers roll into the search with a checklist longer than my receipt from Costco. 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, open concept, updated everything, pool, walk-in closets, a giant yard for the dog, all in a great school district. And they want it under $400,000. Now, don't get me wrong. Those homes might exist, but usually they come with either a commute that needs a podcast and a snack, or a little extra love in the form of sweat equity. If you're shopping in East Sac or Land Park with a $400,000 budget, you're likely looking at a condo or a 2-bed fixer. But stretch that budget into areas like Citrus Heights or parts of Antelope, and suddenly 3-bedroom, single-family homes start popping up. Let me tell you about Sarah. Sarah came to me with that dream list: updated kitchen, huge backyard, tons of natural light, and oh yeah, it had to be turnkey with no projects. At first, we struck out. Everything she liked was $100,000 over budget. So we paused, we sat down, regrouped, and made 2 lists: her needs and her wants. Her needs: safe neighborhood, good schools for her kids, and space for her home office. Her wants: the glam kitchen and dreamy backyard. Well, guess what? We found a beautiful 3-bedroom home in Rosemont. No marble waterfall island, no built-in wine fridge, but it had everything she needed. And now she's living comfortably, building equity, and get this, turning that backyard into the oasis that she wanted, one weekend project at a time. The big takeaway: start with what's essential. Focus on the things that affect your daily quality of life. Paint colors can be changed, cabinets can be upgraded, but location, layout, and affordability, those are foundational. Look, your dream home might not come wrapped in a bow on day one, but if you focus on what matters most right now, you can grow into your dream over time. And honestly, that's where the real magic happens. All right, sellers, it's your turn. Now, I say this with all the love and respect in the world, but some of y'all have what I call HGTV syndrome in reverse. You see your home filled with memories, holiday dinners, maybe a few Pinterest projects, and think this baby's worth top dollar. But here's the reality check. Buyers don't see your memories. They see your 1997 tile countertops and wonder how much it'll cost to replace them. Now, there's emotional value and then there's market value. And unless your buyers are also your children, emotional value doesn't translate to a higher sales price. I've had listings where the seller was convinced their house should list for $650,000 because the one across the street sold for $625,000. But that one had a brand new roof, remodeled kitchen, and double the lot size. Apples and oranges, my friend, apples and oranges. Take Rick and Linda, an awesome couple, longtime homeowners in South Natomas. They priced their home emotionally at first. After 2 weeks of crickets and one low ball offer, we had a real conversation. We dropped the price to match the market, and boom, 2 offers within 48 hours. It sold for asking, and they walked away happy with less stress and more clarity. Here's what I always say: You can chase the market or you can lead it. When you chase it, you sit. When you lead it, you sell. Another trap sellers fall into is overthinking every little detail. Do I need to remodel the bathroom? Should I replace the carpet? What about the purple accent wall in the guest room? Listen, you don't need to spend $50,000 to get your home ready, but you do need to listen to the market and, more importantly, trust your agent. A little prep goes a long way. Now, here are 5 realistic tips for selling your home in Sacramento. First, price it right the first time. The longer your home sits, the more people start to wonder what's wrong with it. Number 2, pre-pack and declutter. If you wouldn't leave it out for a dinner guest, don't leave it out for a buyer. Number 3, neutral paint wins. That lime green bedroom might have been your vibe, but buyers love a blank canvas. Number 4, stage for space, not stuff. Less furniture equals more space equals more imagination. And number 5, fix the little things. Leaky faucets, squeaky doors, loose handles, tiny fixes that make a big impact. At the end of the day, buyers are making one of the biggest purchases of their lives, and your home is competing with others on the market. Make it show ready, price smart, and let's get you moving forward with less stress. It's not about giving your home away, it's about positioning it properly. And when you do that, you're in control, not the market. All right, next up, we'll bring buyers and sellers together and talk about the sweet spot where expectations meet reality, creating smoother deals and happier outcomes. Okay, so we've talked about buyers dreaming big and sellers pricing high. But what happens when both sides get real about the market, listen to good advice, and lean into the process? Well, you get something rare. You get a win-win. The truth is, the real estate market isn't designed to serve fantasy. It's built on alignment. When buyers understand the power of compromise and sellers trust the strategy instead of the sentiment, everyone wins. Here's an example. I worked with a couple relocating to Sacramento from the Bay Area. They were used to crazy prices, but also had high expectations. Completely turnkey, close to downtown, big yard, low maintenance, walkable to everything. And after a few weekends of seeing what their budget actually got them in Midtown, they were feeling discouraged. So we pivoted. We looked just 15 minutes away in a fantastic Citrus Heights neighborhood where they could get more space and the updates that they wanted. With a little sweat equity, they jumped on it. And guess what? They're happier than ever and already building equity and adding value. What does this tell us? It tells us that the magic happens when both sides release unrealistic expectations and lean into what's possible. The goal isn't perfection, it's progress. Buyers, stop looking for the unicorn. Sellers, stop trying to sell your memories. Let's get real, get strategic, and make good moves together. All right, here's some actionable tips for buyers and sellers. For buyers, get pre-approved early. All right, buyers, this is the first move on your real estate chessboard. Before you fall in love with that charming craftsman or start dreaming about backyard barbecues, get pre-approved. It's like showing up to the poker table with your chips already in hand. No one takes you seriously without them. And here in Sacramento, where competition is still very real in some price ranges, you need that edge. Plus, you'll avoid heartbreak. There's nothing worse than finding the one and realizing it was out of reach all along. Number 2, prioritize with purpose. Let's simplify the overwhelm. Make 3 lists: must-haves, nice-to-haves, and absolutely nots. Then stick to your priorities. Because, spoiler alert, not every house is going to have a wine fridge, a soaking tub, a 3-car garage, and be 5 minutes from Whole Foods. You're not ordering a custom-built sandwich. This is real estate. When you prioritize things like neighborhood safety, school districts, commute times, or yard space over gold-plated faucets, you make smarter, longer-term decisions. Number 3, play the long game. Don't let a popcorn ceiling or some shag carpet scare you off. A good home isn't always perfect, Sometimes it's just waiting for the right vision. Now, I've had clients walk into a home and say, meh, but after a little vision casting, bam, they're turning it into their dream. Paint is cheap, flooring can be replaced. Neighborhoods with upside, that's priceless. All right, for sellers, number one, price according to data, not emotion. I know. You love your home. You've raised your kids here. You've painted the nursery with your bare hands, but none of that adds value on a spreadsheet. Buyers don't pay for nostalgia. They pay for condition, location, and how your home stacks up against others in the area. So trust the comps, price it right, and you won't just sell, you'll sell well. Number two, prep smart. You don't need to HGTV your house into a design studio, but you do need to clean, declutter, and let your home breathe. Buyers want to see themselves in your space, not your collection of porcelain frogs or expired spices from 2004. Fresh paint, tidy landscaping, and good lighting, those things sell. Focus on clean, functional, and inviting. That is your holy trinity. Number three, work with a pro. Let's be honest. You need someone in your corner who knows what they're doing and tells it like it is. You don't want someone who just agrees with you to get the listing. You want a partner who will be honest, strategic, and committed to getting you across the finish line. And hey, if you're in the Sacramento area, I just might know of a guy. When we shift our mindset from wishful thinking to strategic action, we unlock the potential to make great deals happen. Buyers get the home that they need. Sellers move on with profit and peace. That's what happens when expectations meet the right plan. If this video gave you a little clarity or a little chuckle, hit that like button, subscribe for more real estate insights, and share this with someone who might need a gentle market reality check. So, if you're thinking about making a move here in the Sacramento area, or if you're just curious and want to explore your options, reach out. Let's have a real conversation with no pressure, just honesty, strategy, and a little good old-fashioned human connection. Stay encouraged, stay grounded, and keep showing up for the life that you're building. And as always, remember, a single smile is infectious. It can spread joy and cover a mile. We'll see you in the next video.